Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sunny and I'm about to challenge myself by completing Minecraft Hardcore in 500 days. This challenge consists of me trying to collect every single advancement in vanilla Minecraft 1.15.2 in single player, in hardcore, with no plan of action. Help me. With it being in hardcore mode, the first observation is that it's not easy. It's hard. Giggity. But the main thing that sets this mode apart from the others is the fact that you only have one life. Which means if you die, that's it. The world is no longer playable. You might have seen other players try and survive for a certain amount of days, but have you seen a player try to do that whilst also completing a set of challenges which some consider difficult to do even when you're not in hardcore mode? No? That's because you'd have to be bat crazy. With that said, here's some background on myself and my history with Minecraft. I've been playing since Alpha 1.2, also known as the Halloween update, and I find that it... No one cares. Fair enough. Let's just get on with it. After choosing a rather fitting world name, I wanted to make sure I used a seed we could all relate to, something we all inspire towards. So I went with... Once I loaded into our new world, I got straight to work. I punched a tree, made the first pickaxe, and mined some stone. Having fun yet? First advancement completed. I then made myself some better tools so that I could do this.
Yes, that's it. Feel the wrath of the almighty egg.
Sorry about that, I don't know what came over me. Getting an upgrade completed. I killed some sheep for a bed, cooked some delicious sirloin steak, then raided a nearby village of its goodies. I also found some kids playing in an empty crate. Each to their own. Mined my first vein of coal, first vein of anything actually, and had a good first night's sleep. Sweet dreams completed. One day down, 499 to go. The next morning I found a nice cove to call my home, and I pimped it out with the door and everything. Once I planted down some tasty potatoes and some pumpkin seeds, a seedy place completed by the way, I started digging for my first mining expedition. I found a cave along with my first lot of iron, and smelted that iron. Acquired hardware completed. Made an iron pickaxe. Isn't it iron pick completed? Crafted an iron chestplate and helmet. Suit up completed. Killed my first mob. Monster hunter completed. And not today thank you completed. Wow, we are really banging these out, aren't we? I wanted to make sure to get ender pearls early, so I killed any enderman I could find. Killed a creeper with a bow and arrow. Take aim completed. Mined my first emerald. Gold. Lapis, redstone, and of course, diamonds. Diamonds completed. I killed another enderman, but accidentally threw the ender pearl upon collection. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me later. With my diamonds, I made a pickaxe and got myself enough obsidian for an enchantment table and a portal. Ice bucket challenge completed. I then went back home, and because of some weird lag spike issues I was having with that area, I decided I wanted to live somewhere else. Once I found a spot that met all my needs, I started spamming sugarcane everywhere, along with my trusty potatoes. I then painstakingly lured some cows into a death trap. This was actually for a cow farm that you can watch a tutorial for on this channel. Plug! And fed them wheat so they could breed. The parrots and the bats completed. Once they were all snug as a bug, I then started preparations for the base. I'm not much of a builder, so I looked online for some inspiration and kind of merged a few that I liked the look of. I built it out of spruce because, well, I was surrounded by it, making sure I collected sugarcane as I went along. Fancied it up with some good looking glass, and got myself another ender pearl. My overall plan with this base is to have everything I need within it, so that there isn't much need to have to go outside. So I put a farm on my roof. naturally. And it came out looking fairly well, for my standards anyway. Now that the foundations were made, it was time to go get my stuff from the old base. I met an extraordinarily fast dolphin. Look at it go. And then headed back home. Next, I decided to expand the base. As if I haven't wasted enough time on it already. Placed some more glass. And dug out a hole. I made it look a little bit nicer, and I moved the sugarcane farm down there. Made an enchantment table, and dug another hole underneath the main structure of the base. After going through about 10 to 12 iron pickaxes, I decided enough was enough. I wanted to get myself a blue glistening one instead. The cow farm wasn't quite at its capacity to start working yet, so I ventured out into the wilderness to find myself some leather. I killed cow after cow after cow. Even killed a couple of llamas. Sorry, Cusco. Until eventually I had enough to make the required bookshelves, so I started to make the journey back to the base. Found the iceberg that sunk the Titanic, and in no time I was back safe and sound. Finished up the enchantment setup after annoyingly misplacing one. I hate it when that happens. And enchanted my first pickaxe, which I only got Unbreaking 3, but still. Enchanter completed. So obviously I went back to digging, placed some fancy looking signs, and made myself a little storage room. Once that was done, I felt like I needed more stuff so I could fill up all the chests. So I went to start a strip mine, where I managed to stumble across a skeleton spawner right next to the base. So I scrapped my plans and got to work. Placed a bit of water, made some channels which the skeletons will be pushed through, used kelp to turn the water into source blocks. Then I realised I needed soul sand, which meant I needed to go to the nether. Oh god. So I put my brave face on and went through the portal, and spawned in a nether fortress. We Need to Go Deeper completed, a terrible fortress also completed. I managed to dig my way down to the bottom, grab some soul sand as quickly as possible, and managed to kill a ghast with its own fireball. Return to sender, completed, and still got to return home with my life. I used the soul sand to make an elevator to lift up the skeletons. So now we have an XP farm. Yay! With that out of the way, I can go back to my original plan of strip mining. After finding enough diamonds for 2 new pickaxes, I enchanted them to get Silk Touch and Fortune 3. Quickly made an underground rail system from my base to the XP farm, and did some more mining. Once I had enough diamonds that I could just throw them away, I buffed out all my gear, including full enchanted diamond armor. Cover me with diamonds, completed. This next footage was taken from a live stream due to the recording not working properly. But for those of you who are interested, I do live stream Minecraft weekly, and you can find a link to my Twitch channel in the description below. Plug! I got rid of the ladders and added water elevators to the enchantment room, and decided I liked the look of that room, so made another one. More digging! I put the portal in there with the trusty water elevators for easier access. I needed blades rods to make Eye of Enders. Into fire, completed. Shot a skeleton from more than 50 meters. Sniper duel, completed. And got a bucket of lava. Hot stuff, completed. After shooting that skeleton, I felt pretty good about myself, so used the Eye of Enders to find a stronghold. After pinpointing its position, yes, you've guessed it, I started digging. Once I found it, I got greeted by an over-friendly creeper. I spy, completed. I was struggling to find the room with the end portal in it, so used an X-ray machine to help me out. Destroyed the silverfish spawner, and then realised I needed more ender pearls. Built another portal next to the end portal for ease of access between my base and here. Then got to work on collecting more ender pearls. This was such a pain, and it took 3 nights for me just to find one enderman. And when I did find one, it dropped nothing. I found another and needed just one more ender pearl. I knew this would come back to haunt me. So after going to bed rather annoyed in real life, I set out again to get me that pearl. And finally, the Minecraft gods blessed me with one, which meant I was ready to take down the dragon. After I went home to get some stuff that I had forgotten. This is embarrassing. I placed that last Eye of Ender, took a deep breath, and braced myself. Luckily, I didn't spawn a million miles away from the island, which sucks, and made my way upwards. The end? Completed. Saw the giant obsidian towers and fired away. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. Made sure I collected some dragon's breath. You need a mint? Completed. 4 down. 5 down. 6 down. Accidentally threw an ender pearl. Again. Waited for the dragon to be on top of the portal so I could pillar up safely to the caged ender crystals. 7 down. Got attacked by a bunch of endermen. Pillared up again. 8 down. Had a close call with an enderman where I decided to change the mob's name to Alari. Mainly because I got sick and tired of saying enderman. And kept missing the last end crystal. We eventually got it, just not sure which arrow did the job, so take your pick. 9 down? Once they were out of the way, it was time to let loose on the dragon. And we did. Slashed the hell out of its freakishly large toes. Until the moment we have all been waiting for happened. Free the end. Completed. Ate up a ton of XP. And jumped into the portal. Let's be honest, no one ever really sits through this. When I spawned back into the overworld, for some reason it said my bed was missing or obstructed. We were in the middle of a thunderstorm, and I got attacked by 4 phantoms. Not quite the victory parade I imagined, so I stole a bed from a kid, and made my way home. Once I was back, I decided I deserved to celebrate. So, I had a little dance to everyone's favourite CD.